Okay, hello everybody. All right, This video is going to be about the big three yet again, but about the 50-day moving average. But right now, we're just going to look at what happened so far today. So we had pretty much selling across the board all of today. That Micron short I told you guys would be good. What would be even better would have been a Netflix short. We're down 2.25% and MU is only down 1.78%. So both those guys got to come back a little bit. I think Netflix. Let's think about this. Let's just look here. Be like just under 300. You know, we'd get some support. 291, maybe 290, maybe even higher. But we'll see. We'll see if it would continue to go lower. Who knows? Um, it might want to, you know, it might want to go lower and then go higher. And that same thing goes for Micron. So be careful with those guys. Don't no long-term positions, just a short-term play the move. Okay, back to the main three here. Now we see it kind of curl up towards the end of the day, and you can see the indicators. The MACD, it's kind of everything is wanting to curl up. But here on the Dow Jones, it's not looking good whatsoever. We failed the 38 here. We are failing the 50 here. That doesn't look good. And same thing here. So what could happen is another move down. Or we could see a break and it's maybe a test high, like a come high, a test high. But I would imagine we would fail this. See, look, the Nasdaq's kind of going a little green here. You see that? So it might end up actually holding. It might actually hold here. And you see, let me tell you why. 7285. Now, oh damn. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I have to get a zoom thumbnail on this. Here we go. Looky here, guys. Stockcharts.com, great website to utilize. Okay, so what we have going on here is a touch of a 50-day moving average on the NASDAQ, and that's at 7,283. So, boys and girls, I mean, I think this was it. It's like magnets, you know. It's like magnets pushing and pulling. Like, so the magnet drops, right? And there's just so much force between that, positive and positive, right? I think that's what it is. That it'll just shoot the other magnet up. It's just the pressure. But eventually, I think gravity is just going to take effect. Look at this MACD here. Look at that. It's 68. Look at that. 68. Just up here, 100, 150, 140, whatever. It's going to come down. Gravity is going to take effect, and we're going to get a move lower, below this. And this could cause a humongous drop. Humongous drop, boys and girls. We're in the middle of the road for relative strength. And it's everything's similar here. But see, today for the S&P 500, completely broke the 500-day moving average. So that is, the 50-day moving average, not 500. So that is pretty freaking critical. It does not look nearly as powerful here on the MACD. So we had a big drop below the 50-day moving average. That's pretty bad. And then for the Dow Jones here, we've been trading under the 50-day moving average for quite some time. we haven't been able to hit the not even like get support above it. We've just been able to, you know, slowly tap above it. So what this tells me is that we're like this candle would mean a transition. This candle, same thing, transition. But this candle, that's bearish. Like what happened after that candle? What happened after that candle? Now you have these legs here, top and bottom. So it's implying that you know, that it wanted to move. Um, you know, like there was some buying action. It wasn't all bear. So we have a long-legged red candle, but that still indicates bear. That still indicates a lot of selling. And then we have here this transition candle. So again, it's the same thing, but right here, that's a complete bear candle. And unless we fully reverse today, I don't see I don't see us, you know, testing that. Look, it's gonna break this trend line here. Um, so so that's that. We're in for drops here, and same thing, but we're in for some drops. That's what that means. Um, wow, look at that green buying on today. They're all these central banks are just pushing these stocks up. But here, we got above it, and that's the thing. We held support above the 50-day moving average. Let me just make sure it's 50-day. Yeah, it's 50-day. Let me just make sure. 50-day. Yeah, it's 50-day. 50-day. Great. So there you have it. There you have it, folks. So if the Nasdaq does drop against, but it's still, we gotta wait. You know, we gotta wait and see, because it might actually pop above it. Like right now, 731. So, excuse me, we're getting some action. Look, see, so there it wants to have some support. So we'll see what happens. It could even push higher, you know. But I don't think there's going to be really too much of big swings unless we end up going below that 50-day moving average of 7,283. Then we could see 7,219 support for the comp here. Yeah, highs for the comp. Let's see. We'll just say here 7,415. I don't think it's going to go above that, but look at here. I don't think this move can't keep going going positive. So it's eventually going to have to come back down, which is normal. It's normal for things to swing. It swings one way, it swings the other. That's what a swing is. So, okay, you look here. Now, it could totally come out here on the 30 minute. On the 30 minute, it looks like it's curling up here. Curling up. It could go for an end of day move into resistance, which would then be it would set up for a Tuesday day of trading for a gap down lower. But we'll have to see what goes on here. I personally, to me, on a daily chart, like let's pull up the dailies. What we were looking at on stock charts did not look good. It did not look good. Are we in for massive selling? I mean, probably. You know, once this Nasdaq crosses that 50-day moving average, I don't think it's you know, I don't think it's all right. That's not okay. We're already breaking low here. Um, so we're about 300 points from the high. What's this? 74.22. And this is about 400 points. So 400 points versus 300. So we're starting the negative histo today. We started it. So at this point, it's unlikely for that momentum change on a daily chart. I think this is just a technical bouncing off in a 30-minute chart, small like time frames, because it's so underbought. It's just such selling every day that and it's not panic selling, like I said in today's earlier video. It's not panic selling. It's like a um like a it's justified because it's we just lost the support. The floor fell through. We tried, but we lost. So um this is a natural move. Um, and markets see, like, the Dow just looks horrible. The S&P looks okay, and as terms of recovery, you know, um, I don't know, guys. I don't think this can recover on the daily. So we might what might happen is we might just keep having some positive action until end of day, and then yeah, see, look, we're gonna come down here on a minute chart. So, although we did have higher highs though, so we've established some support at the 50-day moving average. So we're just gonna have to test it and see what wants to be held. Let's look at a 10-minute chart because that showed it pretty good. Yeah, so I mean, hmm. Oh, it all depends. There's too many things that can happen. So we'll leave it at that. I didn't really expect the markets to go this low already. Already breaking the 50-day moving average, going to the 7,200 support. I thought that was going to happen just this week. But this is moving rather quickly. 161 points down today on the nasdaq. That's pretty um historical. Not historical, but that's a fucking solid move down. That's just not a little baby move. That's a solid fucking move down. Now, what levels of support, Mike, are there under 7,200? Well, 7,000. And now once we get into that area, that 7,000 area, then we're in no man's land, where we could start to have some free fall drops. Like, look at that, like 1,000 point drop here, 7,259 to, oof, not 1,000, but 6,937. So just call it 300 something point drop. So we could be in for a rough week, but we're not that high up on the CCI or RSI. So you know my point is with saying that is there's really not too much room for the selling to go. Although we do have lots of room on the MACD and tricks for it to come down. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of things could happen. I'll make a video after markets or pre-market tomorrow. But we'll leave it off with that. The title of this video is going to be, the 50-day moving average and the big three. And you could see that the Dow just is failing that and completely under it. The S&P 500 touched above it. It wanted to, but completely fell under it today. So we're likely to continue down to this support range of 2,600. 50% isn't. We had support here and here, but it looks like we're gonna fail it. And on the Dow, looks like it's losing the least actually. The Dow, we've got support at 24,152. And that's some analysis, pivot points, support points. But if we start hitting lower, guys, if we start hitting lower, I don't know what's coming. We could have panic selling. We could have algo selling. But I'm not sure. They might want to pump this boat even higher. I don't know how they can though. There's going to be another banking crisis. So that banking, once the banking crisis hits, it's game over. I really didn't think that the stock market would crash before then, but I would personally, my thesis, I would like to see the markets test our low we put in. If we confirm that we have support here at the bottom, then I would say we're okay for another move up. But I mean, the markets overall are just incredibly high. Incredibly high right here. So we would have to see an acceleration. Ready? So we'd have to go to NASDAQ. The next move up would be NASDAQ 9,000. So can you guys see a 2,000 point gain in the NASDAQ in 2018? Can you guys really see that? Because that's the next leg up. And if you don't see that, if you don't see the NASDAQ being able to do that, then there's a good chance we're not going to do it and we're going to go lower. So this is in the last video I was talking about the legs and like indicating that a leg up, that this is the next move up. Well, this is the next move that we'd have to make. I don't see us making that. I'd say that the rally has like the engine has started to shudder. It started to run out on gas. It started to bup, 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 on the little propeller engine on a plane. Brup, 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 brup. The propeller's slowly spinning. We're slowly losing altitude, boys. Well, that's it. That's my video for today. Watch for that 50-day moving average pierced by the NASDAQ. Watch these numbers here. Write them down. Look at them for yourself. Take these numbers, homes, kids, and you make them. You make your own Fibonacci extensions. With your own brokerage account. Go on stock charts. Check out these indicators. Start applying what I'm saying and using it to your trading. That's the key to trading is. Finding these, how to use technical analysis to your advantage. And I'm using it on the broader general markets, but as I've shown you, you could use that in specific cases as well. All right, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.